Hey, it's Marthea Pitts, the MSW coach. I'm going to pin a comment. I'm just pinning a comment. You're going to see the top of my head real quick. And what I want to ask you is what's your career goal for this week? What is it? Drop it in the chat and tell me what is your one career goal for this week. And what I'm going to do is give you some things to strongly consider when creating your career goal for the week. Hey, how you doing? I'm going to give you 3 things to avoid doing when career goal planning. The fan blew my paper away. Hold on. Okay. So, what is your career goal for the week? I'm going to guide you through the process of creating a weekly career goal. This is something that I do with my coaching clients when helping them create their action plan stuff for the week. And the reason you should go into each week with a career goal is because, hold on a second, is because you want to have a clear understanding of what you're working towards as far as in your career. So for some people that are my coaching clients, they're like, my career goal for this week, my action plan step for this week is maybe job searching. Maybe it's to work on their resume. Maybe it's to spend some more time around dealing with career clarity. But every week, every Sunday, because I meet with my coaching clients as a group every Sunday at the end of the call, I have them create one action item step that they're going to work on for the coming week. Why? Because what I know to be true is that social workers love to be overachievers and create multiple career goals. And when you have multiple career goals that you're working on during the course of a 7-day week, it is nearly impossible to achieve it because you get overwhelmed with the fact that you have so many career goals. So if you're just coming in the room, hey, I'm going to help you create a career goal for this week. I call them action items. So drop in the chat if you already have an idea of what would be your one career goal action item. This is the one thing that you're going to work on this week. The examples that I gave earlier is maybe you're going to job search. Maybe you're going to work on your resume. Maybe you're going to practice interviewing. Maybe you are going to spend some time looking at your work experience to figure out what your next move should be. Either way, every week you should have one career goal that you actively work on achieving over the course of the work week, right? So we don't work on Saturdays and Sundays other than coaching calls. So for the most part, you achieving this goal should happen between Monday and Friday. Preferably, it should take you 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. And I'm going to give you 3 things to make certain that you do or avoid doing when creating this action step so it is achievable, right? So the first thing is you want to avoid having multiple steps to your action step. So what I mean is that many of us are high achievers. Okay, Pen says prepare my resume. I love that action item stuff. So, and what I know to be true is for high achievers, many of us, we love to create like multiple step goals when it's only supposed to be one goal, not 3, not 5, not 10, not 12, one goal. So my one rule for my coaching clients is avoid multiple step action steps, right? So your action step, your action goal, I'll use both of those terms interchangeably, should not have a sub part A, a sub part B. It should be one goal, right? Because you want to make it realistic and achievable. That's the number one thing that I see a lot of people do is they create these unrealistic goals for themselves. I used to be guilty of this back in the day. And then when you don't achieve it or you don't complete it, you unknowingly create an aversion to the thing, right? Because you then go into the following week like, oh, I did that last week and it didn't work. I'm not going to do it again. Right? So you don't want to unintentionally set yourself up for failure. The purpose of why I have my coaching clients break down their career plans into weekly action steps is so that it becomes second nature. Right? Because when people come work with me, they are shifting from a place of like treating their career as an afterthought until they get to the point of no return. And it's like they can't avoid it anymore. Either they are like, I am in extreme misalignment. This is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do macro level work, or it may be something going on at work. So creating these one-step action steps each week over time will make it routine for you. So the first thing is that you want to avoid multiple steps. Be realistic. That's what I wrote down in my notes. The second thing is that you want to make certain that it's quantifiable, right? To make certain, to measure your success. How will you know that you effectively achieve the step if it's not quantifiable? So an example is for Pan. Thank you for engaging. Pan says they're going to be working on preparing their resume this week. So Pan, how you make that quantifiable is, will you work on one job on your resume? Work on that until completion? Will you work on 2 jobs? Are you trying to do the whole resume in 1 week, which I would not recommend? I would recommend you doing 1 job a week. Right? Because your resume should be your best work. And Pen, I'm just using you because you're the person that engaged. Okay? So consider yourself getting some hot seat coaching. Your resume should be your best work that you've ever put out into the world. And Pen, this isn't at you. This is for everybody. Because the truth is that many people, a large percentage of social workers, I say this with love, y'all resumes suck. They suck. Because you're treating it as an afterthought. So for Pen, I would say that this week, you should only work on... Pen gave me a laughing emoji. This week, only work on 1 job. Work on getting those bullets perfect. I know we always are like, perfection doesn't exist. When it comes to your resume, it need to be it need to be perfect. It need to be perfect. Carmen says that is true. And also some laughing emojis. So make it quantifiable. If you're like, I'm going to apply for some jobs, how many jobs? Again, be realistic, right? Make certain that, and this is kind of jumping into the number 3 thing that I want to tell you all about, but be realistic. Be honest with yourself about your capacity, about how your life is set up. I always tell people the story when I was working on my AA degree. I didn't have consistent internet access. So a lot of my internet access when it came to applying for jobs, mainly around like submitting my assignments, because that can also be a career goal for the week. Submitting my weekly assignments to Blackboard, by that 11:59 p.m. deadline on Sunday night. Because I knew that my internet was disconnected at home, I used to have to make certain that I got all of my work done before I left my job at 5 p.m. on Friday so I could submit it while I had internet access. Right? So I would change the achievement of my weekly action goal based on how my life is set up that week. So if you're a parent and you know that Billy has to go to baseball practice because we know that all of the little activities are starting now that it's fall, you may need to adjust. As you may normally can do 5 job applications, but this week you can only do 2 because you got to go to Costco and get all of the treats and the snacks and run them there and bring them back and cook dinner and do all of the things. The goal is not to abandon the action step. The goal is to create a more realistic way to achieve it. Okay, so let me see what y'all comments are saying. Look at y'all engaging. Carmen says, I'm having a hard time finding macro work remotely. Okay. So I love all your content. Yeah, Blackboard is no longer it's Brightspace now. No, it isn't. Carmen, I'm assuming that you get my emails. If not, click the link in my bio and get my free e-course. That's a great way to start. Also, next month, November 10th, I am having a live webinar on how you're already qualified to get macro social work jobs. The tickets are only $25. I just made the registration link available. You should attend that. That will be a great starting point for you. Okay. Oh, you said yes, you're on the email list. Okay. Come to the webinar next month. So make it quantifiable to measure your success. The third thing that I want you all to be very, keep in strong consideration. Make certain that these action steps that you're creating, that you plan to execute them at your highest energy point of the day. Right? So I am far removed from case management work, but I used to do that for 5 years or 5+ years. What I know to be true is that many social workers, when they first start working with me as coaching clients, they are trying to learn this new world of career development, job searching, resume writing, all of the things. And they're trying to do it and when their energy point is not the highest. So what I mean is, for people who are my highest energy point is at 8 a.m. Well, a lot of my people say their highest energy point is 6 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. That's when you should be doing your action item stuff. And my rule of thumb, what I teach my coaching clients, is 1 hour a day should be going towards your action step completion. So if your highest energy point of the day is 5 a.m., 5 a.m. is where you should be every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, working towards the completion of your one action step. Not at 5 p.m. or 10 p.m. after you have put out 100 fires and saw 50 people and provided 50,000 services and sat in 100 meetings that were irrelevant to you and your job, and your energy is low. And then you came home and had to be a human and take care of your home. If you put it when your energy is low, you are more likely not to do it, right? So you want to give you the best version of you, right? And I know this is a flip to what we are normally automatically required to do as case managers, where you're required to give everybody else, and a lot of you do it in your personal life, required to give everybody else all of your energy. I want you to work on reversing that. Give yourself the highest point of your energy. And so in order to figure that out, you need to figure out when your energy is high. For me, mine is in the morning. For other people, I have coaching clients who are Fridays evening at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. when I'm off of work for the week is my highest energy point. That's when I'm my sharpest, right? Other people are I'm my sharpest at 6 a.m. Carmen says in the AM. So in the AM is when you should be executing your one action item stuff. If you're just joining in, I want you to drop in the chat, what will be your one career action item stuff for the week? What that means is, what is your one career goal for the week? What one thing are you going to be working towards? Someone already said they're going to be working on their resume. What will you be working on? And if you're just coming in or watching the replay, make certain that you go back and listen to the things that I'm telling you that you need to consider when creating your action step to execute it, and execute it as effectively as possible. And the downfalls of if you don't take these considerations serious, because you will create an aversion for yourself, and that's not what you want. So Carmen says the goal is to redo resume. I love it. Redo my resume. And my mindset, I need something remote. I love that. I am traveling to work 45 minutes each way. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Well, if it's a lot of traffic, yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so most definitely your action item every day, like clockwork, at your highest energy point, Carmen, you should be working on that resume. Next week should be job searching. If you're I need remote, you need to be job searching weekly. So execute at your highest energy point of the day. Just to recap, avoid multiple steps. Be realistic in your action plan creation. Make it quantifiable to measure your success, right? execute at your highest energy point of the day. Stop giving yourself all of the leftovers. Give yourself the best. Right? So do it when your energy is high. And so I wanted to come in and help you create a career goal action item for the week, because every week you should have one. Pan says, I am nearing the end of my MSW in December and would love a remote job working with children and families. It's possible for both of you. Remote is all of my coaching clients get remote, right? Oh, I have one that didn't want remote, but she got an in-office job, right? So remote is most definitely possible for macro jobs. That's kind of the norm unless you're targeting a specific type of organization. So, that is how you action plan stuff. Make certain you create one. Also, I wanted to invite you all to my free monthly career planning session that I'm having on Sunday coming, which is October 27th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my third month since offering these free monthly career action planning sessions. The last two sessions I've had well over 20 to 30 social workers in attendance. What I do at the beginning of these free monthly action planning sessions is I teach you a career development related topic of my choice. Last month, what was it? Last month I talked about the different roles, like the different persona types. That's what I call them, of social workers in macro organizations. So what that looks like is I've identified 5 to 7 different personas of macro social workers based on the type of work they want to do. So an example is one of my coaching clients, she loves networking. She is a social butterfly, right? So I have assigned to her persona the role of a connector in a macro organization, which means that her key objective for the types of macro jobs that she wants is to bring organizations, entities, key actors together to push whatever her population issue is trying to get out there, right? And so she specifically is regarding youth development through sports and physical movement. So the type of job that she wants is to bring these groups together to talk about the importance of physical activity for youth and young adults. Right? And I've identified over the last 5 years a ton of other different personas, and that's what I went over last month. And then the month before that, I went over the top 10 mistakes that social workers make when trying to make the pivot to macro social work jobs. And I don't share the replay. It's only live for those who are in attendance. And so I'm going to be offering a free monthly planning session again this month. And I'm going to have a different topic. If you want to attend, click the link in my bio. The first link in my bio, once you click it, is a little field to leave me your email address to join my newsletter, and I will send the Zoom link out to the people on my newsletter. So if you want to attend, it's free. People walk away from the free action planning sessions with a fully fleshed out 30-day career plan for the rest of the month. And it's only 3 steps, right? I use my 30-day 3 action planning steps. So it's only 3 steps to achieve the goal that they want to aim for the month. And the goal is always a macro related goal. So for my people who are like, I want a remote macro job, you should be in the free planning session next week. I can help you plan, teach you the steps to effectively career planning to achieve that goal of whatever you identified as related to getting a macro remote job next month. All right? So it's free. Free 99. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. Just your email address. Click the link in my bio. Click the first link. Once you click the link in the bio and leave me your email address and first name, and over the next several days I'll send you the Zoom link. But other than that, if you are watching a replay or watching this somewhere else, leave in the comments what your action plan stuff is for the week. And remember what I told you. Avoid multiple steps. Be realistic. Make it quantifiable to measure your success and execute at your highest energy points of the day. All right, I'm going to go. It's been a long day. I've been coaching all day. Today was the first cute coaching session for cohort 16. They just started today. It's a big group. I'm so excited. They're excited. We all excited. And so we had an action-packed coaching call today. And then I coached my alum of the Micro to Macro Career Accelerator. So it's been a full day, but I wanted to come on and do some career action planning with you all for the week. Create your goal. Okay, share with your classmates, Pam. Yeah, most definitely. Tell them to come. Tell them to come. It's free. All right. Happy macro career planning. Bye.